Warning: the following content contains coarse language and mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
AMC sucks! And I'm not talking about the chain of movie theaters. I'm talking the TV channel. We may live in a streaming age, but I still like to watch movies and TV shows on primetime networks. AMC is one of those networks. Now, AMC isn't entirely bad. The channel's been around for 40 years, and for the past 17 years or so, it's been the home to groundbreaking dramas and docuseries. Shows like Breaking Bad, The Walking Dead, Mad Men, Comic Book Men, and Ride with Norman Reedus. But as a movie channel, something AMC is most of the time, they're absolute trash. And here's why. First off, they show way too many commercials. A typical TV commercial break is 2 to 3 minutes long, and depending on how a network's ads are set, when airing a movie, you may get anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes of watch time before cutting to a 3-minute commercial break. On AMC, I timed it. You get 9 minutes and 47 seconds of content and 4 minutes and 36 seconds of commercials. So what if you're watching something like The Godfather, which is a 4-hour movie? You'd be there all freaking day at that rate. Well, here's the thing. AMC movies are kept in the allotted time. So if The Godfather is scheduled to air, it'll be for those 4 hours. But scenes will either be shortened or removed just to make time for ad breaks. In the end, you end up spending half the movie just on fucking commercials. If that's not bad enough, try watching a censored version of your favorite movies too. And that brings me to the second reason why AMC sucks. They butcher their movies. Now, censorship is something that all major TV networks have to comply with, unless you're HBO or something. Any movies they air that may contain coarse language, excessive violence, nudity, gore, they all have to be censored, but there are exceptions. Some networks may only have to censor stuff during the day, but not at night after a certain time. Well, AMC censors their movies regardless of what time of day it is, and the way their edits are done is annoying. Swearing is their big issue. They can't have any profanity, so swear words will either be cut, muted, or poorly redubbed. If something inappropriate appears, like a naked person, they'll either blur them out, or oftentimes you'll see the camera suddenly zoom in like this, cropping out whatever inappropriateness they don't want you to see. Who the fuck wants to watch a movie like that? I don't, and it doesn't help that almost all the movies that air on AMC are either 14 plus or rated R. Let me remind you, this is a station that aired Breaking Bad and The Walking Dead. So how is it that they had no issue showing the making and selling of crystal meth and civilians taking out zombies, but you can't play Scarface without censoring the shit out of Al Pacino doing a mountain of cocaine? It doesn't make any sense. Another issue I have with AMC is they loop the same movies. Now, I understand that they're trying to get their money's worth from their content, but come on! I don't want to see the same 5 movies replayed in a single week. Movies I see replayed the most often are Goodfellas, A Few Good Men, Tombstone, U.S. Marshals, Armageddon, Castaway, and Moneyball. What AMC will do is they'll take 5 of those movies, for example, put them in a lineup and be like, okay, here's what we're going to show you today. And while it may be okay for that one day, they'll show the exact same lineup again the next day, and the next day after that. But they'll change it up somehow. They'll either add in a movie or they'll swap one out with another. But it doesn't change anything because now we end up seeing those movies over and over again. It's a vicious cycle. The worst is when they play a movie on an infinite loop the entire day. They do this with Groundhog Day. We all know the premise of the Groundhog Day movie, right? Bill Murray relives the same day over and over again. It's funny. What's not funny is that some executive over at AMC probably thought, when we air Groundhog Day, let's make it a marathon. We'll play it non-stop the whole day and make our audience feel like that they're in a time loop too. So every February 2nd for the past, 20 years or so, AMC has dedicated Groundhog Day to Groundhog Day. Some people may find it brilliant. I find it to be a nuisance. Yes, Groundhog Day is one of my favorite Bill Murray comedies, but I'm good seeing the movie once in a while, not all day, every day. And the last thing that makes AMC suck is that they don't play their movies in the right order. When it comes to their marathons, they'll also do back-to-back sequels. Sometimes it'll be a double or a triple feature, or they'll do like Groundhog Day and dedicate an entire day to a series. Take Back to the Future for instance. AMC will play all 3 movies in a row. In addition to being shortened and censored, they won't be in the proper order either. So rather with them starting with the first movie and then following it up with parts 2 and 3, AMC will air the 3rd movie first, then the first one, and then the second. Or Rocky. They'll start with the 6th one, air 5, 4, 3, and 2 in that order, and end the marathon with the original. Whoever the broadcast programmer is at AMC should be fired. Like, how stupid can you be to not know that 1 comes before 2, 2 comes before 3, and so on and so forth? A fucking baby can tell you that! And what if this is somebody's first time watching those movies? They'd want to watch them in order. But not every movie series AMC airs is mixed up or backwards. I've seen them play the Matrix trilogy in the right order, the original Karate Kid trilogy, Beverly Hills Cop, and the Lethal Weapon movies, so I don't know what goes on over there. Personally, a network I adore as a movie buff is Hollywood Suite. It's not a primetime network, but it's split up into 4 different channels, each dedicated to movies from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and 2000s. And when it comes to their movies, they're what I like to call in their glory. Commercial-free, uncensored, and in the right order, the way they are meant to be seen. And for anyone who may be wondering why I'm now on the subject of AMC, it's because I've been wanting to do a video about them for a while. I've seen frustration about that network expressed across Reddit and Quora, and Cinemassacre put out a video about movies censored for TV in which James Rolfe briefly talks about AMC. But I've not seen anyone else make a full video about them and complain, so I thought, you know what? I'll speak for those who feel the same way about AMC and make it into a rant video. AMC. It should stand for a movie catastrophe. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, have a look at these. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're digging my content. Every bit of support helps. Well, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.